Hey, what's up guys? Spencer Rhodes here, and this is my prediction video for The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 8. So this episode is the mid-season finale. There is this episode, and then there is the 2-month break, and then there is going to be the back 8 episodes of the season, and there's going to be big events happening in this episode. There's always big events happening in the mid-season finale. There's always big things happening in episode 8. Sometimes it's big deaths, sometimes it's just big events happening, big changes happening to characters, some big battle, some big change in the story. There's always big things happening in episode 8, and I suspect that this episode will be no different, especially since the last few episodes have been kind of slow and really fillery, and they've really just dragged this whole sickness plot, this whole sickness subplot. So hopefully episode 8 will resolve a lot of things. Hopefully the whole sickness subplot will be completely resolved. Hopefully we get to see a lot of characters. We haven't seen Michonne in a good minute. We're going to be seeing Michonne in this episode. That's been confirmed. Now, there is the preview that has been released for this episode, and there's definitely some things to figure out based off of what's seen in the preview. Siddiq is definitely dead. There's a funeral in the preview. Rosita looks really sad. Gabriel looks sad. So Siddiq definitely died. I know some people are wondering if Siddiq really did die, if Dante really did kill him. Yes, Dante definitely killed Siddiq. Siddiq is 100% dead. There is no dumpster Glenn type scenario. Sorry, Siddiq fans, but he's dead. He's completely dead. Dante definitely killed Siddiq. And some people are wondering if Dante will be discovered. Will he be found out as a whisperer? Will the good guys find out that he's a whisperer? Or will Dante be able to keep his cover for a while and remain as a spy for a while? But in the preview, it's pretty much revealed that Dante's cover does get blown. They do find out somehow that Dante is a whisperer, because there's a scene in the preview where it looks like Dante's talking to Daryl and Carol, and he's saying that he's happy he set someone free. Like, it seems like he's justifying being a whisperer or something, or like he's justifying himself, or he's justifying his beliefs. And it looks like Daryl gets angry and starts beating him. So they definitely find out that Dante is a whisperer. I mean, that's cool, I guess. I don't want episode 8 to be, slow or to drag things out like the last few episodes have. So maybe if that helps move the plot along, that's fine. In the preview, there's a little moment between Ezekiel and Carol, so it seems like Ezekiel might be telling Carol about his cancer, so we'll probably be seeing Carol's reaction to that and how she handles that in episode 8. There is a moment in the preview where Gamma walks up to Aaron and says that she has information. And then Daryl and Carol are arguing about whether or not they should trust what she says because she's a whisperer. And Daryl's kind of against trusting Gamma, but Carol wants to do it because she's just eager for anything that she can possibly do. Any information that she can get her hands on, any help she can get to kill Alpha. That's Carol's big thing, is getting revenge on Alpha and killing Alpha. And as for what Gamma's information is, is Gamma really wanting to switch sides? I don't know if she's completely wanting to switch sides, if this is just a small thing or if this is a big thing, if Gamma gives them big information or not. Gamma probably does genuinely want to help the good guys now, because her faith in Alpha as a leader and her faith in the Whisperers has pretty much been destroyed, because she sacrificed her own sister to save Alpha. And she thought that Alpha was such a great leader that she had sacrificed her own daughter. But she found out that she didn't sacrifice her own daughter, and that Alpha's pretty much a hypocrite. And we saw last episode that broke Gamma. She was just going, no, 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 and she just ran off, and she seemed emotionally devastated. So I truly do believe that she is wanting to be against Alpha. And like I said, I don't know if she's going to completely switch sides or if she's just going to give them some information. Maybe Alpha finds out that she's a traitor and kills her. I don't know. Maybe Gamma is going to be the next Dwight and be the secret agent during the war. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with Gamma, but it does seem interesting. And we get a glimpse of Michonne and Judith on a beach, and there's this new character named Virgil who we're going to be meeting. He's a character they've said he's going to be in this season a few months back, that this is a new character, and he's searching for his family. So I don't know what's going on with his character, but it seems like he has like a bad first impression with Michonne and Judith, because he's running away from Judith in the preview, and Judith stabs him with a sword and trips him, and then Michonne and Judith, they both point their swords at him. So if he was just like a random survivor that they ran into, I don't think they would be so threatening to him. So maybe he does something that they don't like, and that's why they point their swords at him. But I'm thinking that he's going to do something. He's going to have some big connection. Maybe he'll have a connection to the CRM people. Maybe he's a part of what causes Michonne's character to leave this season, because we know that Michonne has to leave this season. Her character has to somehow exit the show. So maybe Virgil is linked to that. There is a promotional photo that shows Michonne talking to Cindy, so it looks like we are getting Cindy and the Oceanside people in this episode. We haven't seen Cindy in a while. I think it's been like 5-6 episodes since we've seen her or any of the Oceanside people. But it makes sense because it looks like Michonne and Judith are close to the Oceanside. I mean, they're on the beach area where the water is, so it looks like they're going to be talking to the Oceanside people. And then, last but not least, there is a big event from the comics that I do believe there is at least a good chance, maybe a 70% chance, that it will be happening in this episode. A big event from the comics. Basically, the next Negan killing Glenn from the comics. Like, an event on that level is going to be happening in this episode. And that is Negan decapitating Alpha and bringing her head back to Alexandria as a peace offering, thus starting the Whisperer War. Now, some people are thinking they might change it, they might have Alpha live longer, they might remix it from the comics, but they've literally done everything from the comics, straight out of the comics, leading up to Negan killing Alpha. They've completely, almost page for page, followed that story arc exactly the same way. Negan travels alone to the Whisperers and says he wants to join them. Beta doesn't like him, but Alpha wants to give him a chance. Negan starts to earn the trust of Alpha, and Alpha starts to let her guard down. And episode 8, I mean, it's the perfect episode to do it. It's the mid-season finale. You can have Negan decapitate Alpha and bring her head back to Alexandria as a peace offering, and Beta is enraged, and he's just senselessly wanting to send all of his Whisperers and the entire herd to Alexandria. He doesn't even care about his life or the lives of his Whisperers. He just wants to get revenge for Alpha. At least that's how it is in the comics. And I feel like that fits Beta's character in the show, so they could have him do that. So basically, we could get Negan killing Alpha, and it's the beginning of the Whisperer War. This is what starts the Whisperer War. So maybe in episode 9, episode 10 of season 10, in the back half of the season after the 2-month break, that's where we get the Whisperer War, and the Whisperer War starts. So it almost makes perfect sense. Episode 8 always needs a big thing to happen. There always has to be big events happening that gets people talking and excited for the 2 months during the cliffhanger. So I think, yeah, that would fit. Having Negan killing Alpha would fit. That way we get the Whisperer War in the back half of the season, and it would pretty much all fit and come together, in my opinion. So I do think there's a pretty good chance that Negan will end up killing Alpha in this episode. I could be wrong, but if I were to say, if I were to lean to yes or no, I do think, yes, Negan will end up killing Alpha in episode 8. As for other deaths, I really don't know. My death predictions are just Alpha for right now. We might get some minor background characters dying, like, I don't know, Whisperers dying. Whisperers are almost like the next saviors. Like, they just casually die like stormtroopers, and their deaths hardly count as deaths at all. So I'm sure we could get some of those deaths, some minor deaths. But overall, as far as death predictions go, I think Alpha will be the big death of the episode, especially since we already had a big death last episode with Sadiq. So Alpha would probably be good enough as a death in this episode. They don't have to kill off many other characters. Remember, we need to keep some characters alive for deaths in the Whisperer War in the back half of the season. I think the back half of the season, since it'll probably have the Whisperer War, it'll have a bigger body count than the first half of the season. But yeah, I do think in this episode, Negan will decapitate Alpha, bring her head to Alexandria, and start the Whisperer War for the back half of the season. Anyway, that's my prediction video, so you guys let me know what you think will happen in this episode, and as always, don't be shy, hit that like and subscribe. I'm not going anywhere. I make 1 to 2 Walking Dead videos per day, so please hit that subscribe button. Right now I am at 667 subscribers. My goal is to try to get to 700 in the next few months. So just remember, every subscriber counts, every bit of support matters, and is very, very appreciated. Hopefully we can get to that goal of 700. Anyway, with all that said, I am Spencer Rhodes, and I will see you guys later. Bye!